What's up, the squad? Back with another video. As y'all seeing the title was going down, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Got caught Trump and President Donald Trump headed to the Ryder Cup, as y'all can see. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the only people that, is outraged about this is anybody that's on the left. I feel like this is fire. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like this is fire because I don't know, you usually don't see nothing like this. Usually don't see nothing like this. I feel like it's one thing. Maybe it's just me. I feel like it's one thing if this is like something like doing something with your kids or something like that. But and that's the thing, with President Trump. He does things, with his kids. But this is, a granddaughter. This is a grandchild. I feel like this is fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm close with my grandmother. Not so much my grandfather's like that. One of my grandfathers a little bit. But I'm close, with my grandmother. And, having a grandparent is definitely lit. It's definitely lit. And I think that it's fire. I don't think that, anybody should be speaking on anything, negative like this, especially, when it comes down to, the last president that was in the White House. What was he doing? On the beach by himself. So you have that. It says here, President Trump and his granddaughter, Kai, has just boarded the Marine One to head to the Ryder Cup in New York. Definitely lit. I'm not even gonna lie. So y'all see it right here. Got another video I want to show y'all. This actually, this is the Ryder Cup crowd in New York, and actually, went crazy for President Trump and his granddaughter. Check it out.
So, as we get set for the afternoon session, there's a new spectator in the house, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, and his granddaughter, Kai, also with him, just arriving to the stands here, with the United States trailing Europe 3-1. So we'll see if the president can pull off some sort of comeback here with the United States trailing 3-1 after just about everything went the European way here before it was Cantley and Shoffley.
So y'all see it here. Me personally, I don't know much about the Ryder Cup. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm more a football, basketball type of person, even baseball. But I do know that not only President Trump, but Kai, his granddaughter, I'm pretty sure that she golfs as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely feel like, it was pretty lit for him. One thing about President Trump that I've definitely noticed is that he definitely is a sports guy. I've seen him at – the only thing that I haven't seen President Trump at, I don't know if he does go to these games, but I haven't seen him at a basketball game yet. I'm not sure if he's, a basketball or a baseball. Have I seen him at baseball? I don't think I've seen him at baseball. I haven't seen him anything baseball related yet. But I have seen him, when it comes to UFC. UFC and football, NFL, in college. I've definitely seen them, but other than that, I haven't seen them. Gotta get President Trump to maybe a basketball game or something, college or NBA. Me personally, I know y'all, a lot of people, they don't like certain things and this, that, and the other. I just always grew up playing basketball and stuff like that. So, grew up, play basketball. Went to college, to play basketball, but ended up leaving. Talk about that a different day. But y'all have it here. Hakeem Jeffries fumes that President Trump went to a golf event with his granddaughter, Kai. Check out what this dude done said, y'all.
4 days away from a government shutdown, and Republicans are on vacation. House Republicans on vacation cancel votes on the eve of a government shutdown. And Donald Trump is at a golf event? He doesn't have the time to meet with Democratic leaders to fund the government and address the Republican health care crisis. But Donald Trump, right now, as we speak, is at a golf event. It's outrageous. And why? Are they running out of town? It's because Republicans want to shut down the government. They want to continue to inflict pain on the American people, and they want to continue to gut the health care of everyday Americans. Democrats are not going to go along to get along. 4 days.
I'm not even gonna lie. Hearing him talk is literally, it's insane to me. I'm not gonna lie. Hearing him talk is literally insane to me. And I say that because it's like he doesn't know what he's saying. And that's why I was laughing. He doesn't know what he's saying. The crazy thing about it is that you literally had Joe Biden not only taking vacations, he didn't do anything for Americans. Like, I'm confused. Like, he didn't do anything for Americans. You got him on multiple vacations, just laying down on the beach. He wasn't even I promise y'all, I'm not trying to talk about him. I'm not trying to, talk down on nobody, be negative or nothing. This is just me being realistic and putting out facts. He wasn't even out there like swimming or nothing. He wasn't out there swimming, surfing. He wasn't fishing. He wasn't like doing nothing. He was just laying there on the beach, like laying down, not being active at all. Like, for himself or the American people. It's wild. Not only did Hakeem Jeffries complain about it when it came to him making a whole post about it, but he went on CNN saying the same thing to Kaden Collins. Check it out.
The president agreed to a meeting, and then he pulled the meeting. Now he's fled town and is on the golf course at the Ryder Cup in New York. It makes no sense.
He's sitting there crying about it, y'all. Literally crying about it. It is absolutely insane to me. Says here about C.J. Pearson, Hakeem Jeffries just said it, that if Democrats regain power, they will use the government to go after anybody. Says doing the bidding of the Trump administration. In case you needed any more motivation to make sure these people never win an election again. Check out what he says.
One thing to understand, as people who are flirting with the Trump administration or doing the bidding of the Trump administration or engaging in the pay-to-play schemes of the Trump administration, the statute of limitations is 5 years. Donald Trump and this toxic administration will be long gone, but there will still be accountability to be had. And that process, of course, begins now, but it will not be complete until perhaps there is an independent Department of Justice, certainly an independent House of Representatives in Democratic hands. The Department of Justice is one of the great institutions in law enforcement in the history of this country, and Donald Trump and these extremists have been destroying its integrity. One thing
about it that I've noticed more and more and more when it comes to Hakeem Jeffries and others, but we on Hakeem Jeffries right now. The only thing that they do, the only main goal, the only priority that they take, the only agenda that they have, the only thing that they do have is to create chaos, incite violence, and hate on Trump. Those are the main three things that I think they constantly do. Create chaos. Doesn't matter if it's in their Democratic Party, among their others, colleagues of theirs. Incite violence. We've seen that multiple times, and hate on Trump every time. Like, it's not nothing that they're actually doing to make things better for the Democratic Party, for the people, of the Democratic Party. It's all, okay, we're about to hate on Trump. We're about to hate on Trump. We're about to hate on Trump. That's all you hear. That's all you see. I'm telling y'all. It's not it. Definitely not it. Check it out on Fox News, y'all.
Of Homeland Security has done. The Department of Homeland Security put out a hit list directed at Democratic members of Congress, Democratic governors, and Democratic officials. It's a hit list saying to crazies all across the country, target these people. And so, no, we're not going to be lectured by the Department of Homeland Security. Take your hit list down.
A hit list is what he's talking about. There are a lot of people, frankly, who would argue that's incredibly irresponsible to make that suggestion. 30 seconds. I want to give you a chance to respond.
He's detached from reality. We saw what just happened at our Dallas ICE facility, where it was shot up by a lunatic, by a deranged individual, and he's been emboldened, and others like him have been emboldened by a lot of the rhetoric we're seeing out of Democrat politicians like Hakeem Jeffries, who continues to demonize and dehumanize our ICE law enforcement, calling them Nazis, calling them the Gestapo. It has to stop now.
And one thing about it is that you have evil. You literally have evil. I'll bet. That's all they're putting out is evil, inciting violence. You constantly see it every single day. The words that they choose, the things they say. I was actually gonna put a clip of Kamala Harris of what she said at the Black Caucus. I'm telling y'all, it is absolutely insane the things that they say. You know, they want trouble. They want people to constantly fight, and I have to watch what I say. Fight and, you know, do certain things to create chaos, to create, you know, violence, to create a lot of these things. And it's definitely not okay. I'm telling y'all, it's not okay. All they want is violence. And it's sad. It's sad and it's sickening. Definitely sad and sickening. Check out Stephen Miller, y'all.
Well, the Democrats are demanding free health care for illegal aliens. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries have been clear. They will not fund law enforcement. They will not fund the military. They will not fund public safety. They will not fund the operations of the federal government that your tax dollars pay for unless they get free health care for illegal aliens. That is the biggest losing message and the biggest losing argument in American history. We will see if there's enough Democrat senators who are dumb enough to follow Chuck Schumer off the edge of that cliff.
I'm telling y'all, when it come to Chuck and when it come to Hakeem Jeffries, it's not it. I'm telling y'all. As the Democrats are demanding free health care for illegal aliens. When I tell y'all that when it comes down to it, there's more and more and more things that they do for illegal aliens rather than Americans, rather than the people that have served in the military, that is absolutely insane. And for the people that is literally sitting there backing this, supporting this, it's not okay. It's not okay. You mean to tell me that you want people that obviously... And it's not me sitting there bashing nobody, speaking negative on nobody. These are all facts. You want somebody that hasn't been here, that's legal, that's not a U.S. citizen, or, you know, people that don't even take the correct steps to be a U.S. citizen and, you know, being illegal, you know, and doing this, doing that. That comes with a lot, you know, that you can get away with. And that's why it's important for those things and for, you know, ICE agents, you know, in the government to act on, because they're literally getting things. You got food stamps, you got free health care, you have multiple times of what you got a bus fare, plane fare. I've seen. You've got money just being in their pockets, paid housing. Like, you have all these things down the whole list, and there's people that are literally struggling. That's, you know, served. You know, Americans, you know, the ones that really don't have a home, the ones that's not, you know, on drugs, the ones that's not, you know, there's so many things that I feel that people are literally not looking at all. They're not looking to clean the streets up, you know, with the homelessness, the people that are on the drugs. You know, you've seen something, you know, that President Trump is doing with, you know, putting them in rehab and putting them in these different, you know, there's a lot of things that people don't pay attention to, and it's definitely sad. And that's why I try my hardest to get these videos out. I know a lot of people see my thumbnails, see my titles, and it's a lot of times to draw a lot of other people in, you know, that obviously don't agree with me, you know, so they can actually hear what I'm saying. You know, I don't know if y'all don't know, but there's been a lot of times now that people are actually seeing what's more so of, you know, what I'm talking about. I've had so much negativity in my comments before. And I don't really have that so much because I feel like so many people are actually, you know, seeing what's real. You know, the videos that I play, what I say, you know, I feel like it's definitely important for people, even if they don't agree with everything that I say, but just something. You know, something for them to go look up and like, yeah, I need to see what this mayor is talking about. I actually need to see what this individual is talking about. You know, this Hakeem Jeffries. Let me see if is this his mission to actually is his mission just to hate on Trump the whole time? You know, so it's important for that. It's important for those things. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, and definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.